They hung up on me. Listen, they just hung up on me, and the other one didn't even save. So here we are. Hello, how y'all doing? Hey friends, we are back. The other live did not save, so if you missed the conversation, you just missed it. But I saw Diamond's comment, and I want to make a note. So this is the thing. I'm gonna give y'all a second to tap in. I'm gonna wait till Diamond get her ass back in here. How to deal with someone that doesn't see their wrong. Okay, got it. All right, yeah, we definitely had to have a round two because that conversation just was not. It just was not done. Okay, so, okay, cool. I hope that somebody wrote down all the questions because they were fantastic, and I want to post them. You guys had such amazing questions. If you wrote down a really good question to ask someone when you're trying to get to know them, you can put it back into the comments so that we can get them all. I think it's fantastic. But to Diamond's point about come to me whole, come fix your problems before you come to me. I used to have that same mindset until I had to understand that we are very rarely on our own whole people. We were very rarely, it doesn't mean that people have to come to us and bring us dysfunction. Somebody could come to you and be in that healing journey, be in that process, and the relationship be a catapult, be the next thing, the next step in them furthering their journey. So they don't necessarily have to come to you whole or fixed. That's going to be very hard to find. It's going to be very hard to find sometimes, but relationships are very healing. Relationships are a very healing space for a lot of people. We just have to know how to be in a supportive stance for people when they're experiencing a tough emotion, when they are vulnerable enough to tell us what they've experienced, what they've been through, whatever the case may be. We have to be in a position to hold the right type of space and be in the right type of support and be like, want to deal with it or not. This is why getting to know people is super important. But yeah, people gonna come with their shit, and people very rarely come to us so fucking whole. We all got shit. So that is a bit far-fetched sometimes. So yeah, like it's always something. Like I said, we are rarely whole on our own. So to expect someone to come to us whole, it's an unrealistic expectation. And if that's what you're wanting or that's what you're looking for in somebody, you're going to be looking for a minute. Because we all got our shit. Point blank, period. Tip on the line for this good word. Yeah, man, I just missed so many of y'all's comments, but everyone has flaws. Whole is not possible. You are forever evolving. Yeah, I feel like wholeness may not be a thing, but I also feel like it's something that we should seek. And maybe that's why it's ever evolving. I think we're always on this journey of seeking our wholeness. We're always seeking that. And I think that is something that we could accomplish, but we're not coming to the table with it. We're coming to the table seeking it. We're coming to the table, searching for it. Because some of us, we all have something that's missing. We all have something that is wounded. We all have something that could stand to grow a little more or heal a little more. And I feel like, we should always be in a position where we're seeking that. Like, that is what creates a healthy connection with someone. That you are bringing, like, a seeking, a healing, a journeying towards self version of you to a relationship. I just think that that's what's going to be best for connection. Wholeness doesn't exist. It's not a human condition. Yeah, man, that is tough. This is exactly what I feel. We are all in a process of something. Absolutely. We are all in a process of something. So to expect that someone come whole is like, it's not realistic, not at all. People can be doing really well, and here comes a damn trigger. Yeah. And then you have to beg the question, like, are you doing really well? Are you doing really well? You could be, that's not doing really, to me, it's like, is that doing well, or is that, I've been going triggerless. I have been going untriggered until I'm triggered. I go untriggered for a minute, and then I'm triggered. Is that really I'm doing so well? I don't know. Okay. It's a question. I like the term our best selves. Yeah, man. And we get bombarded by so much on the internet. And I think this is why I'm making it my business, making some shifts going into August to change some things around, because we hear a lot of shit on the internet. We hear a lot of shit. And I'm like, I need to, in a deeper way, like, join the conversation, because it's a lot of shit on the internet that is just not worth listening to. It's not worth reading. It exacerbates our bullshit. It keeps us, it confirms our bullshit. It confirms the ego. And a lot of us are experiencing this bypass shit where it's like, how you going to therapy? How are you going to therapy hearing these therapeutic terms that you don't quite understand, and you're using it as weapons against other people? Like, if I hear another person say that they're being, is it gaslit? I don't know. That you being gaslighted by somebody because they disagree with you. I think the top of my head might blow off. Somebody disagreeing with you is not gaslighting. Somebody's disagreeing with you is not gaslighting. Do we understand that? Do we even know what gaslighting is? I think therapists being on the internet is a great thing. I think it's a great thing. But some of us using the shit that these therapists are saying on the internet as ways, they're weaponizing these great pieces of information. You're weaponizing it against other people. Because you reading and your ego is like, yeah, because that's such and such. That such and such need to read that. What? Why don't your ass read it? Why don't you read it and see how it applies to you? Whoo, child. And you have to be willing to hold a safe space for them. You have to, man. You have to. If somebody is taking the time to be vulnerable with you, if somebody is telling you about something that is challenging or has been challenging for them in their life, they're expressing themselves to you, we have to learn how to hold space for that. We can't listen to what someone has experienced and then just glaze over it. And then when we see it manifest in their behavior, we see this experience manifest in some of the things that they say or whatever the case may be, and just not hold space for that. And be like, oh, I know, I'm done. I don't want to deal with this shit. That's just not how you handle that. That's just not how you handle that. That is mishandling someone. That is mishandling someone. Okay? If you are going to get to know someone, be connected to somebody, be in a relationship with someone, you better understand what it means to be connected to that person. And it ain't so that y'all asses can go to brunch and get drunk and travel and have sex and buy gifts and do all the stupid shit. Relationships get much deeper than that. You got to know how to do that type of relationship stuff too. Unless you just want to have surface relationships. You want to have surface relationship after surface relationship. That's a thing too. But you got to know how to hold space for someone. Okay. All right. I see wholeness in the aspect of you can't tell me what your issue is and you are not actively working on resolving it. Like you tell us fix it. Let me tell you something. The answer is hell no. You will not. You will not. I don't give a damn. I'm going to hold some space for you. I'm going to hold the space for you. I'm going to hold the door for you. Okay? I'm going to hold the door and let you come on in. I'm going to open the door for you. I'm going to hold it and I'm going to let you come in. But guess what you will not do? You will not let your lack thereof actively working through this thing to come over here and destroy me and what I got going on. I will not let your lack thereof processing through, feeling through, healing through, journeying through, whatever the hell it is, come to me and destroy my peace, my joy, my love, my life, me. Let me tell you something. I'm a whole space. I'll listen to your ass all day, and I would tell you to go be blessed all day. Because some of us feel obligated. Some of us feel obligated to shit, and I don't understand. We feel obligated to relationships. You better get your shit together. You ain't obligated to nobody but yourself and your children, if you have them. You ain't obligated to nobody. So y'all better get out this I'm loyal to a fault mindset. That shit ain't gonna get you. It's gonna get you nowhere fast. Okay, you ain't obligated to nobody. You don't have to withstand shit that you don't want to withstand. You better get them boundaries set. You better get them boundaries set. You better communicate those boundaries, because some of us have boundaries and we don't communicate them. And then we're mad when people cross them. That's another conversation. Set the boundary, communicate the boundary, and then enforce it. And if they choose, you're giving people a choice. It's not an ultimatum. People think boundaries are an ultimatum. They're not. I'm just stating what it is. You have a choice to say, I'm going to respect the boundary or not. Now, if you choose not to respect it, that's your problem. That's a conversation between you and your God, or you and your therapist. Both of them, preferably. That's y'all business, not mine. But as I say, fix it. You better be actively fixing your shit, okay? Be actively fixing it. I don't think wholeness is realistic. It seems rigid and leaves no room for evolution. I'd rather people come as their best self. So if there is improvement or change, it can be worked on. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that wholeness, to me, it's not a state of because we change every day. We're not the same. Every day is different. We're some derivative of ourselves every day. We're not the same exact person every day. So I think that wholeness is something that it's like the recycle sign, how the arrows just go in a circle. I think our wholeness does that same thing, where it's constantly moving. It's not a fixed thing where I'm whole and that's it. The wholeness, I feel like wholeness is almost like a feeling. It's like a feeling. It's like an energy that we maintain, that I'm constantly in that cycle of my wholeness, of feeling like I'm good, of feeling the joy, of feeling the peace, of feeling full, whatever the word is. We're in that cycle, but it's a constantly moving thing. It's not I'm whole, boom, and I'm here, and that's it. It's a constantly moving thing. So yeah, I think to think that I arrive at full or I arrive at whole and life happens. Something's going to happen. Something's going to take place where I'm in that cycle of if I don't have my peace, I'm in that cycle of having to go. I'm in that cycle of wholeness. Wholeness is a cycle. And I think I just dropped a gem on myself, but that's how I look at wholeness, for sure. The internet is exhausting. The damn show is get on my goddamn nerves. If both parties are forever seeking wholeness within themselves, then they are on a firm foundation for a solid partnership. Absolutely. 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 Someone can attempt to antagonize you by gaslighting, but you don't have to take the bait. Right. It's like, and you got to understand, listen, man, some of us just need to learn how to take disagreement better. Like, some of us don't know how to deal with disagreement well. Like, that conflict questions are really important, because some of us can't even take being disagreed with. We're that emotionally inflamed. We don't even like when people disagree with us. You can't even take disagreement, let alone a real fight. Like, ain't nobody gaslighting your ass because I don't agree with you, because your feelings ain't facts, okay? Your feelings ain't facts, and that's fine. I'm not gaslighting you, though. Child, listen to me. Watching how people treat and carry themselves is all the answers you need to know, and knowing how you need to deal with them. Let me tell you something. Another thing. You better watch how they deal with other people. Now, when you talk about observing, Ash talked about observing in the last live. Watch how people treat other people. I don't have to wait on you to do a damn thing to me. I'm watching how you treat other people. I'm watching how you talk to other people. I'm watching how you handle other people. I'm watching how you come to me and talk to me about other people. I'm watching all of that. You think I'm exempt? It's only a matter of time before the shit is turned on me. I'm watching how you handle and deal with other people. You think you're special? You think you're special and it's not going to happen to you too? Oh, you special. I ain't know. You special. You special. They're not going to do it to you. They're just going to do it to everybody else. Okay, cool. All right. I'm cool with that. Yes, because people will try to use that as a crutch and continue to act the way they do because we're holding space. Yeah. This is where you got to have boundaries, okay? You got to have boundaries. What somebody's life has been like, what somebody has experienced, and all this other shit is not, okay? It's great to hold space for it, okay? It's fantastic. Hold space for people. But what the fuck you not gonna do? What you not gonna do is come over here and disrupt, not just disrupt, but destroy my shit because you ain't doing your work. What do I say all the time? If somebody said, what is Kenya's favorite thing to say? If you know me well, my favorite thing to say is do your work. Your in capital letters. Because some of us get sidetracked trying to do somebody else's work and we don't do our own. Do your work. Do your work. Do your work. Because don't you come over here with your bullshit wanting me to do your work for you or wanting me to appease your feelings and it continue to enable you where you ain't got to do shit, where you think you gonna stay the same. And I'm just gonna sit here and lick your wounds and let you not lick your wounds, let you bleed all over me. Because some of us, you're wounded, baby, and you bleeding on people. You're wounded and you bleeding on the people that are supposed to be here to help you. You wounded and you hurt and you bleeding on the people God sent to help you. Then guess what's gonna happen? The real good ones, the smart ones, not to say that you ain't smart. Not to say that you ain't smart if you stay. But it's something about you as to why you would stay in a predicament or a situation that is harmful and abusive to you. The good ones, the ones that have an understanding about themselves, they're not going to stay for long. They're not going to stay for long. The people God sent to help you when you hurt and you bleeding on them, they're not going to stay for long. They're not going to stay for long. People that say, what's meant for you won't pass you by. This, you a goddamn lie. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. I don't believe that. Something that is great for you. And not that you won't get something else because God is good like that. God is good like that. God will say, you know what? You fucked up last time. You know what, Kenya? You messed up last time, but I'm going to send you something else. You know what? You broke that last time, but I'm going to send you something else. You know what, Kenya? You dropped the ball last time, but I'm going to send you something else. That's how God is. But not to say that one of them things you dropped, or one of them things you broke, or one of them things you messed up, that you won't have some regrets, because you will. Because he might send you something else, but it ain't going to be as good as what you had. It ain't going to be as good as the last thing that you broke. It ain't going to be as good. But God, God bless us even when we don't deserve it. So, yeah, you're going to get something else, but it ain't going to be. Don't think that you won't have that one thing or that one person where you're like, damn, I really messed that up. And I'm just like, God damn. All right. We should allow people to heal before we interrupt or interfere with their progress. Yeah, Yeah. I think I understand what you're saying. I think I do. Interesting. I do believe it's a constant evolution. Yes. How they treat others is important. Absolutely. Because what I won't tolerate is rude and nasty. That's a deal breaker. When you're self-aware, you know when to hold space and when to not let people walk all over you. It'll always lead back to self, always trying to tell you. And they blame for the bleeding when you bring it to their attention. Absolutely. The bleeding is always your fault. The bleeding is always your fault. Like, you weren't bleeding when I met you, or those wounds didn't happen back in your childhood, but you blame the bleeding on the present person. You are correct. Took me years to learn. I'm on the way. Exactly. Boundaries don't just keep people out. They also hold you in. It's okay to relax the boundaries at sometimes, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. There are levels to everything, and there are levels to boundaries. Boundaries are definitely a twofold thing. Boundaries create the square that define you, and boundaries also define like what goes on outside of you, like in the world when it comes to other people. So absolutely. So hard to leave when you make a vow to be loyal to someone. Because okay. Artistically, Yanji MUA. Let me tell you something. Whew. And we gonna end this second live on that. Man, listen, I'm learning to run because I've been loyal to people that don't give a damn. Let me tell you something. Because this always stems back to self, and this is gonna be the last thing that I say because we've been talking for almost 2 hours. Let me tell you something. You better, if you are one of these people that's loyal to a fault, you better take a step back and assess these vows that you've made, these obligatory ass vows that you've made to people to be loyal to people. You need to be loyal to your goddamn self. Okay? Be loyal to your damn self. These conversations about being loyal to people, make my head hurt. It makes my head hurt when y'all these conversations about vows that I've made to people, because a lot of it just be one-sided vows. You decided on your own. This wasn't a mutual decision to be loyal to each other. This was a vow that you made on your own, and sometimes it's a vow that you made out of your own shit. It's out of your own shit that I made a vow to be loyal to this person. For what? For what? For what? Especially when you say that this person ain't doing nothing for you. You laying yourself on the line for what? And then guess what you're going to do? Some of y'all, you want to turn around and look at this person like they done did something. I'm loyal to this person, but they not doing nothing to me. And why you want to look at them when you should be looking at your damn self? Because I guarantee you, this person ain't asked you for 90% of the shit that you doing. They didn't ask you for 90% of the shit that you loyal about, 90% of the shit that you've done vowed to be loyal to them for. They didn't ask you for it. They ain't ask you. Then when they can't give you anything, they can't give you what you need, they can't, meet your expectation or whatever it is, you feel like you live high and dry. And you want to look at everybody else. Don't nobody care about me. Don't nobody such and such. But look at your damn self, because it ain't got nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with you. And it's the woe is me. It's the woe is me. It's the classic woe is me story after that. And you looking at everybody else like everybody else the problem, and it's you. It's you. It's your ass. It's your ass. You done made a vow. You made a pact with yourself. You made a vow. You know what that vow said? I'm going to show up, and I'm going to do, and I'm going to love, and I'm going to pour into this person, and they can't do shit for me. I am committed and loyal to this. Because guess what? I don't damn know why, but this is why I'm going to do it. I'm loyal. This person can't give me shit, but I'm loyal to them. I'm loyal to them because I'm loyal. Listen. Y'all better fix that shit, because that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. Till death do us part. Death of what though? Respect, honor, trust, reciprocity, child. I'm out. Listen, let me tell you something. Till death do us part. That right there got an asterisk beside it. Even if you marry, it got an asterisk beside it. Till death do us part. Asterisk come down to the footnotes. If you show your ass at any point, it will be till you show your ass. I'm loyal until you show your ass. Okay? Asterisk, I'm loyal until you show your ass. I'm loyal until you try to destroy me. I'm loyal until you playing in my goddamn face. I'm loyal until you abuse me. I'm loyal until you fucking try it. And guess what I'm gonna do? Put another 2 asterisks. You gonna be blessed how you be blessed. And that's a nice way of you gonna get your ass on. Do you hear what I'm saying? You're gonna get your ass out of here. You know what? You can stay. I'm gonna go. I don't want to hear no more of this loyalty bullshit. I don't want to hear no more of this loyalty bullshit. I don't want to hear no more of this. Because I vowed. Huh? Stop. And stop looking at them like they're the problem because it's you. Okay? It's you. Because you're gonna make that vow in your head to this person. Do, pour, all this shit, and then you gonna want to look at that person like they some kind of thief, like they stole some shit from you. They didn't steal from you. They didn't steal shit. You gave it. You vowed to give it. They didn't even know that you made that vow. This person didn't even know that you made this vow to them. This person did not know that from your own trauma that you made a vow to them. Let me say it again, and I'm going to end right here. I'm going to say it again. This person did not know that from your own trauma, from your own hurt, from your own pain, that you've made a vow to them to pour, and to pour, and to pour, and to pour, and to give, and to give, and to give, and to give. Then when this person who is unaware of the vow of loyalty that you made does not give you things back because you pour and because you need. You pour because you need. Do you hear what I'm saying? You pour because you need. Do you understand me? You pour because you need. When this person does not give you what you need back, does not give you what you've poured back, you looking at them like they took the shit from you. They stole from you is how you paint it. It's how you feel about it. This person stole from me. You can't make them a thief. You can't make them a thief because you don't have no boundaries around how you give. You can't make them a thief. You don't have boundaries. That's you. It's not them. That's just the icing on top of the cake that you made a vow that they don't know about. You hear what I'm saying? This person didn't know that you made that vow. Out of your own pain. And now you mad at them. My God. That's just like you. You need something. You need a harvest, but you go plant your seeds in somebody else's garden. You need a harvest. You need a harvest. You've gone through scarcity. You have gone without for so long. You've been in a drought for so long. So you take your seeds and you go plant them in somebody else's garden. You go plant them in someone else's garden. Mind you, that they didn't ask you to do. They didn't ask you to come plant shit. But you decided, I'm going to go plant it on my own because I'm such a selfless, loving, giving person. Then when the time comes, you want them, when you plant the seeds, you water the seeds, you water. You being a good goddamn farmer. You watering shit. You tending to the seeds because you pouring, right? Then as soon as them seeds break ground, as soon as the plants start to grow, you want them to pull that shit up, give it back to you. Then when they don't do that, you tell them they stole. You stole. You over here thriving. And sometimes they ain't even thriving. Okay? They just They're not even thriving. But they over there, seeds is growing, and you like, give it back. What? What? It does not make sense. But some of us do that because we don't know how to plant seeds in our own shit. We want to go plant seeds elsewhere. We don't want to plant seeds in our own shit. For whatever reason, maybe the ground is just dry and barren. The seeds can't thrive in our own shit, so we go plant it elsewhere. Let it grow, then we want it back. Don't y'all start with me. Don't y'all start with me on today. Don't start with me on today. Okay? Do not start with me on today with that shit. Because listen, man, no. You will be out here, you bitter, and you got this resentment, and you got a nasty ass attitude. You don't know how to talk to people. You don't know how to handle yourself. You are constantly on the fucking attack. You attacking everybody because you think everybody's a problem, and it's your ass. You don't know how to pour into your own cup. You don't know how to plant a seed in your own garden. You don't know how to water your own shit. But you're a master at doing it for other people. Listen, and I'm not your surrogate. One last thing, I'm gonna scroll through y'all comments and we're gonna hang up because it's been 2 hours. But listen, sometimes when we plant them seeds, the people not even thriving. We planting seeds and we watering other people. They aren't even thriving. We have just become an enabler for them. We become an enabler for them. Somehow or another, we done made this person our responsibility. Maybe it's satisfying our want to feel needed and all this other shit. We just enabling this person because they got all their problems in their life. We want to show up with the answers. And we got our own goddamn problems. We letting our problems just thrive and fester and grow and get big as fuck. But we want to go answer other people's problems. We not gonna do that today. We not gonna do that today. We is not gonna do that shit. I'm gonna scroll through y'all comments and then we out of here. We are out of here. It's 11 o'clock. Let me come on, bite. Come on, bite. I'm gonna scroll through. I'm trying to tell y'all. But they ain't gonna tell you to stop pouring. Okay, so I'm gonna take 2 seconds to go down this rabbit hole. 2 seconds, okay? 2 seconds. You better speak. We forget they didn't know about the vow that I made. It's time to stop. You gotta stop with these one-sided ass vows that you making to people. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. Ooh, whew. Because they ain't. Okay, cool. So somebody said, but they not gonna ask you to stop. They're not gonna ask you to stop. Listen, let me tell you something. That's passing the buck. If I pour, and then I say, well, that person, if they can't give it back to me, they're not going to tell me to stop. Let me paint a picture for you. I have a pitcher, right? There's a cup, and I have a pitcher. If whatever's inside the pitcher is what I can give, what I can pour, right? So I take the pitcher and I start to pour inside the cup, right? That's what I'm doing. I have a pitcher in my hand and I'm pouring inside of the cup. Whose hand is on the pitcher? Whose hand is on the pitcher? The person whose hand is on the pitcher, is your responsibility to be responsible over what you pour, how you pour, when you pour, to the extent that you pour. It's not the person, the cup. It's not the cup's responsibility to tell the pitcher to stop. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm saying? But they not going to tell me to stop. Whose responsibility is it? It ain't the cup. It's the person who got their hand on the pitcher. The person who's doing the pouring is the one to be responsible. over what's being poured, how much is being poured, when it's being poured. It ain't the cup responsibility to tell the pitcher to stop. They not going to tell me. Didn't we just talk about boundaries? How boundaries keep you in? You think the world gon' it ain't the world responsibility. It ain't other people's responsibility. It ain't. It's yours. Your hand is on the pitcher. It's your stuff. You need to be responsible over it. And stop, because that keeps you from having to set boundaries. That keeps you from having to do the intrapersonal work. When you make it somebody else's job to tell you when you need to stop. What? Okay. All right. I'm going to scroll through y'all comments and we're going to stop. But you stopped me dead in my tracks. You stopped me dead in my tracks with that. Whew. I'm trying to tell you. Don't get me started. Do not get me started. Okay? All out of soil, all out of seeds. Cute. I think I go live every Friday. Every Friday morning. Probably it's gonna have to be 9:30 because the 9 a.m. is just not working. The 9 a.m. is not working. You be stressing me out trying to get here at 9. It's gonna be 9:30 going forward for sure. But listen, I love y'all. I do. I love y'all so much. Thank you for tapping in. We started this conversation at 9:20. We are tapping on 2 hours. The conversation was so good, I had to come back to the live. Okay? Especially when you pouring into a cup without a bottom. I talked about this last year. No, 2020, about the pandemic. Listen. That's why I said sometimes you pouring and they're not thriving. That's that pouring into that cup, pouring into someone's life, and you are an enabler. They're not thriving. You just pouring. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to expect for you to pour. Woo, child. Listen, I love y'all. This is great. This conversation was fantastic. Definitely deserved more than an hour. I love you guys. I'm definitely going to save this live. We're here every Friday. We're here absolutely every Friday. 9:30 is when we tap in. We talk about so many different things. The purpose of it is for that constant wholeness, that constant fullness, for your best self to be able to show up and live your life. So many of us show up to our lives small and then wonder why life feels so small for us. It's because you are choosing to play small. And how you show up to life is how life is going to show up for you. So if you show up small, life going to be small. If you show up big, what you think life going to do? Life is going to meet you where you are. Life is going to meet you where you are. So if you show up small, life going to meet you where you at. You show up big, life is going to meet you where you are. The point of this is for you to show up big. It's the encouragement. Y'all played Super Mario before? Have y'all played Super Mario before? Okay. You know what happened when Mario get the mushroom? This is what the live is about. So that you can be Big Mario in your life. Okay. But I love y'all. You need a podcast. Understand, August 1st, there will be a complete shift from me. Not August 1st. The month of August. I'm making a full shift in regards to my content and what it looks like. Every Friday, I'm being shown. I pray about it like, God, make my path clear. Give me a sign. Give me confirmation. And God is like, you get confirmation every Friday. I actually get confirmation every day. But there's going to be a huge shift in regards to my content. Like I said, there's a lot that we see on the internet, a lot that we read, a lot that we see, videos and shit. And it's time that I join the conversation in a different way. But just know. Yeah. I'm finally going to do it. So I love you guys. I will see y'all next Friday. Also, you guys will be seeing me live more than just Friday going forward. Okay. But just stay tuned. Have a lot of things planned. And I love you guys. I want y'all to be your absolute fucking best. Have a good ass weekend. Have the weekend that you deserve. Go after it though. Don't think it's gonna come to you. You got to go get after the shit that you deserve. I love you guys, and I will see y'all next Friday. Peace.